Some lies are so big, the participants are left with no choice but to double down on them. My name is John, and you're listening to the Tech Leader Pro podcast. It is week 18 of 2025, Sunday, the 4th of May. You're very welcome, guys. Hope you had a nice week. If a person's entire reputation, their career, or their freedom is based on a lie, then logically they need to continue to believe in it and make themselves feel good about it. Just like a bank that is too big to fail, a lie can also be too big to fail. If that lie is being used to justify actions, or is in any other way foundational to theories or belief systems, its exposure as a lie can have catastrophic consequences. Big lies can often form the foundation of many smaller lies, and many careers and vested interests can be tied up in such deceits. As leaders, we want to base our decisions on truths, not on lies. Many times, the truth is obscure because of confusion, but less frequently than that, it is hidden behind a lie. I often think that being a good leader is dependent on several soft skills: psychiatry, philosophy, body language, and even parenting skills. I often joke that being a manager is just like being a parent. Over time, all these skills combine to enable you to spot a lie more easily. In the interim, there are practical things that you can do to expose BS in your daily interactions. Firstly, you can ask for evidence. Secondly, you can ask how that evidence was gathered. And thirdly, you can ask how that evidence was verified by others. Remember, guys, peer review is so important. It gets harder to lie when you are challenged to produce evidence. The interesting thing about lies is that people can start out genuinely believing them, which comes from a good place. The lie comes later when they realize themselves that they have followed the wrong path. But rather than holding up their hand and saying, "Hey, I was wrong, I'm sorry," they feel too committed to this path and they begin to cover it up. It takes guts to admit you are wrong. All leaders should be ready to do this. Personally, I'm often wrong on details and ask my team to correct me. If they leave me with wrong information in my mind, they are not doing me any favors after all. A culture of reasoning and clarity and seeking of truth leaves little room for lies to grow. They get exposed quite quickly, hopefully before they can do any real harm. Recently in the news, for example, we have seen power outages in Spain and Portugal, apparently caused by issues with renewable energy sources like wind and solar. That is a great example of what I'm talking about. Many politicians, power supply companies, and investors are behind that decision, which would have been taken years ago, given how long it takes to build power generating infrastructure. That lie is too big to fail. So they double down on the belief that you can power the entire Iberian Peninsula on largely renewable resources. You may, of course, disagree with that, but the evidence is there that it's failed. In the financial crisis in 2009, we seen banks that were, quote, too big to fail, being bailed out by governments around the world, with taxpayers like you and I picking up the bill. But do you ever think about what would have happened if we decided to let them fail? And would it have been any worse than what we got instead? I'm not convinced. Politicians are the biggest liars around. They tell big lies and little lies all day long. I am always amused when they pivot from "it's not happening" to "it's a good thing that it's happening" in the space of a few days, whenever one of their lies is exposed. If they are denying it, chances are it's happening. In a product delivery team, a person with a politician's mindset is a disaster. Filter them out in hiring and manage them out if you already have them in your team. They contribute nothing but blame, deflection, and deceit. The greatest truth of all is to build something that is real. Take care, guys. Talk to you next time.